is an American 10-episode show created by Mindy Kaling and Lang Fisher. It is available on Netflix and it created quite the buzz when it was released on the platform. Today I'm going to tell you what the hype was all about and is it really worth watching. The story revolves around Devi Vishwakumar, an Indian American teenager and a grade A student who lives with a single mother and her cousin. Her father passes away at a musical event in her school. Not long after, she loses the use of her legs for 3 months. When she is able to walk again, she decides to make a comeback at her high school with a plan for her and her friends to become cool, all while dealing with her father's death. So, how was the series? Here's the deal. In the series, Devi visits her therapist in order to deal with her father's death. This is something that is almost non-existent and is considered somewhat a taboo subject in any Indian community. I was genuinely shocked to see that it wasn't shown in a negative light in the series. In the series, Devi doesn't exactly make choices that are in the best interest of her friends. So her friends Fabiola and Eleanor say they are taking a break from her, but there's a crisis, so they become friends again and they solve their issues in less than a minute. What? It was like the writers didn't think that their friendship mattered towards the end of the series. It was like kiss and make up but for friends. For those of you who watch the series, towards the end they kind of make it seem like Devi isn't her mother's daughter. I don't know if I read the scene wrong or if that is what the writers wanted to tell the audience, but they never really talk about it after that, so I don't know, someone needs to explain this to me. Now, are the South Indian elements of the show really South Indian? India has way too many cultures for me to tell you that what you see on the show is actually this particular culture. However, the book not touching the floor, Ganesh Puja, all of that is true, except for the dancing. That's Bollywood. The language you hear Devi's family speak is Tamil, a South Indian language, and Takki Sambar is not how you say it in Tamil. They can work on that. I have to say, Maitreyi Ramakrishnan did a really good job for a first-time actor. But what surprised me the most was that the series was narrated by a tennis player named John McEnroe. Why? I don't know either. And one episode was even narrated by Andy Samberg. The series did end at a relatively peaceful point in the story, so I see a potential for season 2. What do you guys think? You can watch Never Have I Ever on Netflix, especially if you haven't already. Bye guys, until next time.